So I just wanted to talk about. I just think there's a big hypocrisy from the news the news, maybe even public perception as well, when it comes to the coverage on Ukraine. You look at the coverage that they've been getting, and everyone's like, "Pray for Ukraine." You know, I'm on the train. There's like a flag for Ukraine, and you know, it's a disaster what's going on there. It's very sad, you know. But we don't hear that about, you know, Congo, for example. We don't hear that about Palestine or Yemen and all these countries. They don't get that same sympathy that Ukraine are getting.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. King Leopold killed more Congolese people than Hitler killed Jews.
We don't even talk about that.
That's not an opinion. That's.
I mean, that's yeah. Well, how many people did King Leopold kill?
Over 10 million, in the region of 10 million, and over, and the Jewish people have got reparations even to this day. Still getting reparations. So that's what you're working. You know, that's what you're working with. You know, that shows you. You know, where the conqueror writes history, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And controls the media. So why are they going to talk about the atrocities that are going on in Africa? You know, it's not part of their narrative. It's not. They're not supposed to. You know, so mad. When there was the last terrorist attack in France. Charlie Hebdo. I remember people putting up French flags on their Facebook.
I remember that, yeah.
You know, and obviously now you got Ukraine. How many times, have we heard about the SARS in Nigeria, the police brutality, and all the kids that are being kidnapped by terrorists in Africa, you know, in Nigeria specifically. Yeah. Where's the Nigerian flags?
Yeah.
On people's profile pictures. Where? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime, like people, you know, when people hear about something that's so crazy that's happened in Africa, we hear about it here a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It makes its way over to the mainstream for a bit.
Yeah.
You know, and then people forget about it the next day. You know, where's the support, you know, to the black countries when they're going through these things, you know? So if you just if you just think about it, you know, there's never been like, you know, that sort of support for like just as far as social media and people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Normal people. But, you know, when it happens in Europe, you know,
it's different. It's like, oh my God, look, no way. Oh, it's so sad.
They're quick to post.
Pray for France.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily blame the people. Well, okay. I do and I don't. I think people should know better. Bro, that's manipulation. And that comes from the media. You know, so why are you gonna worry about Africa when you don't hear about enough of it in the media, but you hear about what's going on in Europe?
Maybe it's to them, it's kind of like it's normal. Oh yeah, well this always happens there, you know. But when it happens, do you know what I mean?
This isn't a place, with all due respect, you know, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. You know, this is a relatively civilized, relatively European. I spoke in a way that I regret, and for that, I'm sorry.
I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed, children being killed every day with Putin's missiles.
On ne parle pas là de Syriens qui fuient les bombardements du régime syrien soutenu par Vladimir Poutine. On parle d'Européens qui partent dans leur voiture, qui ressemblent à nos voitures, qui prennent la route et qui essayent juste de sauver leur vie, quoi.
It's different.
There's a lot of people that think like that.
Yeah. Do you think though, like a lot of these people do you think that they are aware of their hypocrisy? And they just don't give a shit. Like, do you think that's kind of like the thought process?
With some white people, definitely, there's still people out there that think slavery has ended.
Oh no!
You know what I'm saying?
It's still going on.
You know,
apparently there's more slavery today than there was 400 years ago.
So if you're the majority, you know, in a white country, you know, you're not gonna face what the minorities are facing, or you know, not like saying that, you know, it means you can be like ignorant. No, you know, so it's probably on you to be more understanding and trying to do more to understand, you know, and I remember, this is quick story, when the first time I went to prison, and there was an Asian guy in there. He was my pad mate, and he got, you know, they were lying on him. The police were lying on him, innit? And it was bait, but he was in there for groves, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was like, oh my days, the way the guy's legit. You know what I'm saying? I think it made sense for him. I think he was an estate agent. And so, yeah, so obviously that opportunity came about and he ended up getting caught, but they falsified a lot of things about, you know, about him on that case. And he said, if before he was in prison, if anybody told him like, yeah, the police are corrupt, you know, I would have said, yo, you're lying, you know. I would have said you're lying, whatever. You know, the police are, you know, are moral and upright, you know, all the time, every day. You know, it was his perception of like police, law enforcement, until he caught that case. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, he wouldn't. Do you get the example that you know? Because he thought he's a legit guy, innit? You think like if you're not from that, you think yeah, you think a certain way, innit? You think the police are perfect, and you know, the judges are all moral until you catch a case.
Yeah.
When you realize how this is fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, do you get that comparison?
Yeah, I get that. It's just wow, I can't believe it happened to you right now.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just one story, man. There's hella. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's always it's the media, innit? You know. Yeah, but they form opinions, innit? Media.
It's true, opinions. And it's, you know, the thing is, there's so much proxy, because I'm not super educated when it comes to politics, but I have an understanding that the main reason why Russia invading Ukraine is because they're fearful that Ukraine might join NATO, right? But I think it's because America also wants Ukraine to join NATO. So these same countries showing them sympathy, they have a part to play in the invasion of the country as well. You know,
no, of course.
Might not be a huge part, obviously it's a dispute between two countries, but they still have a say in it.
Yeah.
Or they still had like a little bit of part to play, and you know, I don't know. Just there's so much hypocrisy. I see.
No, definitely. But America knew this Russia-Ukraine conflict was inevitable.
Oh yeah.
They knew that. Russell Brand had someone on his podcast the other day. I forgot. He studies politics and current affairs, and he just simplified it, and he was just saying how it's just America's arrogance. You know, they knew by trying to make Ukraine join NATO, that's a act of an aggression.
Yeah.
So what do you want Putin to do? You have to what? That's you can't do that. And you know, leaders have to make important decisions, isn't it? It was like, okay, cool, you made your chess move. I'm making mine.
That move just kind of shows, you know, you don't really care about peace, the US. You don't want to maintain peace in the region.
This is what I'm saying.
You know,
why don't they send troops there? They're sending them all these weapons.
Yeah.
But they're not sending the troops because they know, and that's what the guy was saying. They know, like, America, with all the arrogance, they think like they run the world. Arguably they do, you know, but like that's one thing I understood about the Russians. The Russians don't play games. Like, you know what I'm saying? They will react. They know, like America know, Russia will take it there. They will take it there. You know what I'm saying? They actually will. You know, so yeah. So like, do you think they could actually send troops there, American troops? No way. They could never do that. They're just sending them weapons, but no, not
it's
putting.
It's a proxy war.
100%.
Quite literally, it's a bit of a proxy war actually. You know, they're sending supplies, weapons, ammunition. You know.
Nah, 100%.
It's definitely 100% a proxy war, almost.
Trust me. And over there, politics.
It's kind of like it's a proxy war, but then they're mourning it. They're like, oh no. But listen, do that for Yemen as well, because he's done the same there. Like,
oh, it's disgusting.
It's absolutely disgusting, man.
Bro, it's it's mad. And remember that video that went viral of the news reporter that was shocked that white people were dying in Ukraine, and oh my days, that was just like, I was like, yeah, this I'm glad this happened. Let the cat out of the bag, let people see what this media stuff is all about, you know.
Yeah. I remember hearing like a news report, like there was an actual report in Ukraine, and it was like, you know, this is very different. This is not like when we invaded Iraq or this country. This is a European country. It's right around the corner. They're white. I was like, what? Did you literally like say that?
It's like something you'll see on Boondocks, isn't it?
Bro, literally, you can't make. I couldn't believe it, bro. But that's literally it's but you know that tells me, oh, so that's how you think. Oh, so this is what you guys are thinking. Oh, cool, innit? That's why yeah.
Oh my days.
It's like that basically. Yeah. It's all a bit of a mad one, bro. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's crazy. Like Putin, you know, at the end of the day, he had to do what he had to do. It's obviously wrong, you know what I'm saying? War's fucked, innit? We all know what war's about.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, come on, if you're in his position, what are you gonna do? You know? What would you do?
I mean, for me, I try to remain impartial and balanced and stuff like that. Look, when it comes to war, it gets a little bit muddy. Do you know what I mean? There's ethics and morals involved.
That was an act of war.